So there are a lot of steps to hiring your first employee. So I would say the first step is to just familiarize yourself with what employment laws will now be applicable to you when you bring that first person on board. So in particular, I would say you'd want to make sure that you're familiar with the Fair Labor Standards Act, and that provides all the different regulations for pay. So overtime pay, minimum wage, exemption statuses, timekeeping requirements. So it's pretty critical to make sure that you're aware of the right way to pay your employee. Another one, when you're bringing someone on board, if you decide to do a background check or a credit report, there's the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and there are certain requirements about how and when you can use that information. So that's also one to just be very mindful of. You'll also want to put some thought into what benefits will you be offering the new hire. How are you going to attract and retain this person? So some of the most common questions, I think, from candidates or new hires are, what are the holidays that are offered? What about time off, right? Do you offer a PTO plan, vacation, sick leave, things of that nature, or health, dental, vision benefits? So what's in it for them? That's something that you'll want to make sure you have addressed up front. So what is also important is to make sure that you've really thought out what are you hiring this person to do, and to do that in the job description format. It outlines what the essential functions of the role is, kind of gives that person a summary of what they're being hired to do, and also lists the different qualifications that will be needed to be able to fulfill that role. You'll also want to make sure you have an offer letter template in place. Again, that's a really important document to have that will outline job title, start date of employment, rate of pay, pay frequency. So kind of all of the key critical points of information that the employee or the new hire will want to know right away in that offer letter. You'll also want to make sure that you have a workers' compensation insurance policy in place, as that's required once you have an employee on staff. And then you'll also need to register with the Employment Development Department, as it is a requirement for companies to report all new hires to the state.